Yo guys, Matt from Upslide Mining coming back at you with another video. So I got another server case in, and this will be, well, actually got two of these actually, and this is from AliExpress. I'll put the link below. One of the community members mentioned it for me, so I decided to give it a shot, and I'm trying two of them actually. So this first one, I have two 3080s and two 3090s, Dell RTX cards, which I've been having some heat issues. I have them just kind of sitting on top of a rig right now in the basement with the rest of the rigs, but it's kind of an open air rig. So I'm gonna move them all into this rig to hopefully help with a little bit of the cooling on there, because as you know, those 3080s and 3090s RTX cards, the Dell ones, are really bad with thermals. I've gone and replaced the copper plates. Actually, they're not copper plates, they're like aluminum plates on them. And if you guys haven't seen the video, go see the video. I did a video on replacing the aluminum pads on the 3080, 3090s for the Dell from coolmygpu.com. But anyways guys, I'm gonna unwrap this whole thing and then I'm gonna take the cards out of the rig downstairs, put them in here, and then configure Hive OS, and then yeah, we'll just chat a little bit more about it then. See you there. Okay, so far so good. It's just a standard case. It's got screws at the back here for the lid, so you just undo basically these two screws. Take that one out here, and there, and this one up here. Okay, let's take this off. Let's take a look inside. So it's a nice aluminum lid, nothing too fancy. Let's look inside here. Okay, so it's got a 2,000 watt power supply, 2,000 watts, between 185 to 240 volts. So I guess 240 volts will get you maximum 2,000 watts. I don't plan to put that much through this thing. Maybe 1,300 to 1,400 watts, but there's really only two 3090s, two 3080s that are kind of going into it right now. It's got 4 fans on this side for the exhaust, looks like, and then it also has got 4 fans over here for the intake. And I'm just gonna scoot around to the other side here. It's got the nice safety covers in the fronts of the vents. It's got a reset switch, and the reset switch here just runs over to the motherboard there. What I'm looking for is a fan controller. Is there a fan controller to adjust the fan speed on this? There might not be. Look here. So this is the back. This is where the power goes in, the power supply. I don't believe there to be a fan controller in this particular unit, which means these fans are going to run pretty much at maximum speed. Now I got these off AliExpress. Links in the description. Like I said, I got 2 of these, and it came to just like under $1,000 for 2 of them. So around maybe a little over around maybe in and around $500 Canadian dollars for kind of one of these. When you compare that with an Optimizer case, it's really a steal. And I got a bunch of these Alibaba, you know, made in China type of, I mean, let's face it, they're all made in China. One has a fancy logo slapped on it in the handles, but the other one doesn't. So basically, I had no issues with these. The power supplies are fine. Like when I first started getting into mining, a lot of people would just like, I don't think they even knew what they were really talking about. But they may have had bad experience with one Chinese power supply, but like I had no problems with any of these power supplies from China for mining. I have multiple rigs that have been running with the Chinese power supplies for 6 months now straight, and no problems at all. No surges, no popping, no melted wires, nothing. So I think in general, I think it's fine. It's not worth paying like ridiculous amounts of money for like an Octominer or something. So I know I've said this before many times, and I'm probably not going to buy an Octominer because, quite frankly, their product doesn't offer anything that's much better than this unit. For example, And I've seen Octominers fail. If you look at Red Panda videos, you'll see a bunch of those fans that failed on his Octominer. So really, is it better quality? I don't think so. So I mean, why would you waste your money on something when you're basically your goal is essentially is to make as much money, as much profit? If you're gonna spend way too much on something, more than you have to, then it just does its purpose, right? So I mean, it's got 8 back to the review here. So it's got 8 PCI Express slots. I think they're 65 to 70 millimeter spacing on them. Don't quote me on that. I haven't measured them, obviously. I think it's around that. It's got power cables that all run through into here. And it has a, okay, right there's an SSD. It's already on there, ready to go. So I'm gonna basically hook this up into the computer, get Wi-Fi going on this bad boy, and then yeah, get it hooked up and linked to the Hive OS. Then I'll bring the cards up here and put it in there. Okay, so we got it all kind of put together here. The cards aren't in it yet, but I was having some issues with the fan here, so I actually had to replace it with a parallel miner fan. So this SAM run fan, like we had 3 or 4, we had 4 on this side, 8 in total. The only one that's wasn't spinning properly was this one here. It was actually not spinning right, so I replaced it with this one now, and everything seems to go on just fine now. And this one blows significantly harder than the other one because it's 2.5 amps. So I told her it's the only fan I have, so I just put that in there for now. I'll probably be either messaging the vendor back in AliExpress asking for a replacement fan just for that one there. Alright, one other thing, when I turned it on, there was getting no signal on the screen, even though the power cables are plugged in and everything. I think it's because there's no battery in here. So I took a CR2032 battery and I'm going to put that into here. Hopefully that resolves the issue. So that's in. Fire it on again. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna get this all hooked up, guys, and see you in a second. Okay, so we've taken 2 the 3090s and 2 the 3080s and put them into this new rig. There's ample room for the cabling. I do notice a small vibration also coming from the chassis somewhere. I'm not sure. I went behind there and I just went and ended up trying to tighten all of the screws up, but it still vibrates just a little bit. I'm not sure where it's coming from. Could be because of the fans. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm kind of worried now because with the one fan failing already, I'm not 100% sure yet. I might have to replace that fan at some point, but we'll see, I guess. I did get 2 of these cases, so I can take a fan from the other one, but then I got the same problem again. So I should probably just get another fan from the vendor on AliExpress. So yeah, I'm gonna get this guy. I'll put the back together, and then I'll hop on Hive OS real quick and get this rig up and going. Hey guys, Matt back here. So I'm going to just real quickly take a look here at the worker that we have set up here. So we have a Upsilon Rig C11 set up now. We set up the flight sheet. We have the 4 drives installed now. And I just noticed that the drivers are a bit older on it, 470.86. So I went in here and ran an NVIDIA-driver-update, and we're going to get the drivers updated, and then we're going to try to restart the rig. I already put it into maintenance mode. I like to put new workers into maintenance mode just so I can kind of manually start the process while working out all the overclock settings and whatnot. So we have both the Ergo Autolycos algorithm setup and also Ethereum ETH algorithm setup. These are the 2 overclocks that I have here that I'll be getting set up here. So let's take a few seconds here and let's wait till this finishes loading the new drivers. Okay guys, so the installation finished. We're in 5.10.7305. I'm just going to go down here. I'm going to shut down and reboot the rig, and once it's back up, I'll be right back. Okay, she's back up. I just hit the flight sheet and started it. Let's see if it actually fires up and starts mining now. We're just going to mine on Ethereum. I do have Ergo set up as a flight sheet on this box as well, but let's just start with Ethereum, see what happens. Okay guys, so I had a problem. I had to actually remove all the miners first because for some reason, I guess there was some issues with some stale data, I guess, or stale installation essentially. So all I did was I ran let's look this up here, HPKG remove space miners. If you run that from the shell, it'll actually go through and remove all the miners so that when you start up the flight sheet again, it'll start over from scratch. So here we are over now on the miner here, and let's take a look. So yeah, we're running 99 mega hash, 99 mega hash, and 118 and 118 on the 3090s, and the temperatures are not too bad right now, considering it is around 41 degrees in the basement down there right now. It's just because that server case really does help, and there's only 4 cards in that server case itself. Now I'm just kind of curious, just for the purposes of this video, I just want to basically just go over profitability again real quick on some of the coins. Like, we know we did recently have an increase in the Ethereum, a drop in the Ethereum difficulty due to the difficulty bomb being diffused. I did a video on that. And it looks like, yeah, let me see, look it up. Looks like we are, let's go Ethereum. So look like Ethereum difficulty has dropped. Look at this drop. It's like a drop off a cliff. So it's at 14, around between 14 to 14.15 on difficulty, and then we're down literally to 11 petahash. So if you guys don't know what difficulty means, peta is like, they say the number of zeros, right? So peta means it's like, essentially peta is 15 zeros, where giga is 9 zeros. So what the difficulty means is, on average, it takes 11.73 petahashes to find a block, if that makes sense. So, because all you're doing is solving mathematical puzzles to find it's called a nonce, basically. So it does a calculation on the block, and then it actually fills that in to find, it creates like a hash depending on the algorithm. And if that fits in with what the blockchain is expecting, then you've essentially found a block. And it will take on average 11.7 peta tries, peta hashes to actually find that block. So that's why the higher it is, the more hashes you gotta do it. Like literally a mega hash is like a million hashes, right? That's only like, what, 9 zeros, right? Or 6 zeros. Yeah, 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 6 zeros. We're talking like 15 zeros, so it's a crazy amount. And if you take a look here, even at the network hash rate, for Ethereum, let's look at the past month. So yeah, that's interesting. It's basically been, yeah, I'm surprised it hasn't spiked up too much yet. So we're at roughly now 886, but we were down to around 850, 841. So we'll see if it goes up as people start going back to the Ethereum network to mine with. But let's check it out. So basically a 3090 with my electrical rate right now is up to $1.07 US per day, whereas before it was literally at 73 cents. And there's a lot that plays into this, as you guys know. Also, the value of the crypto does play a huge part into it as well. Ethereum right now is at 1,060, which is trash still. So keep that in mind, that this will go up over time. Hopefully, I believe in crypto long term. Otherwise, I won't be doing any of this. I think every coin is going to go up through the roof again, including Ethereum and Ethereum Classic. Even if we can't mine Ethereum, if you hold on to what you have now, I think it's going to go up in value later on, even after the merge and everything. And Bitcoin too as well. So anyways, guys, I'm just going to kind of leave it there. The case is a great case. It's a fairly cheap case as well. Oddly enough, I can't show you the listing on AliExpress because essentially the listing got wiped out for some reason, and which made me kind of worry. So I almost filed a claim with the seller because I was worried about it not being delivered to my house, because it showed on the actual, like on the order, that it was delivered, but I never received it. And it turns out that they put 2 slips in my mailbox, and I had to drive down to the Canada Post post office to pick them up. So I was kind of worried there for a second. But honestly, guys, I mean, if you look at most of these miners, which are in the 500 range, with a 2,000 watt power supply on 240 volt, I mean, they're all going to run pretty similar. I have I got 6 of these larger cases with the bigger, beefier power supplies that support 8 GPUs or more. And they all function to fine. You know, I have no problems with them and no reason to get an Octominer. Anyways, guys, I'm going to kind of leave it there right now. This rig is running great in software, 1,000 kilowatts, or 1 kilowatt, or 1,000 watts. and we're hashing at 435 mega hash on Ethereum. Anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it there in the video. I'm going to get some sleep. I hope you're having a great Canada Day if you're in Canada. If not, have a great time anyways. Hell, have a great time whatever, no matter what you're doing. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and bye for now.